Hyun-Woo runs into Hae-In, who's learning the ropes of the Queen's group from scratch. To Hyun-Woo, Hae-In is a damsel in distress, as he always finds her struggling with the photocopier. Hyun-Woo has a weak spot for women who are in distress, and his ideal type of woman is someone who'd need him. Hae-In, on the other hand, is a confident woman who's working in disguise as an intern in her family's business. She's the modern-day ice queen, as she masks her feelings behind a wall of ice. Thinking Hae-In is from a poor background, as he mistakes her vintage designer dress for a dress riddled with holes from use, Hyun-Woo brags about his background, as his family has the only supermarket in Yeongdeuri. He tries to win her over by bragging about how he's capable of taking care of her and his 2 years leased apartment. He looks out for her in the workplace, and even happily sacrifices his umbrella for her. This gradually wins Hae-In over, as she stalks him home. They started secretly dating in the office. Hyun-Woo becomes Hae-In's first love. Meanwhile, Hyun-Woo tells his family about Hae-In and his wish to take care of her. His family initially doesn't buy the idea of him marrying beneath him. His sister tries to get Hae-In to leave him, but Hyun-Woo won't have it. But instead, he declares his love for her. He goes ahead and proposes to Hae-In without knowing her background. It was such a beautiful proposal, as he believed the universe was aligning with them, as no one was in the popular aquarium, not knowing that Hae-In rented out the aquarium. Hae-In tries to warn him about her family, but he's so in love with her that he believes all will pan out, as long as they have one another. However, when he finds out about her background, and how well off she is, he quits his job and runs back home to hide. Hae-In flies to his hometown with a helicopter to get her man. Promising never to make him cry, Hyun-Woo agrees to spend the rest of his life with her. They spent quality time in Yeongdeuri and spent the night together. They went ahead and had what was dubbed the wedding of the century, and Hyun-Woo became the Cinderella man. The happy newlyweds travel to Germany for their honeymoon. Germany easily becomes their favorite place on earth, as they create loving memories there, basking in their love for one another. Meanwhile, they share a history they're not yet aware of. Hyun-Woo saved Hae-In from drowning when they were kids, in a boat accident that took the life of her older brother. This was the beginning of Hae-In's ice-cold persona, as her mother blamed her for her brother's death. Their second encounter was in high school. They both ran into one another, as Hyun-Woo was transferring to Hae-In's school, while Hae-In was transferring out. Hyun-Woo developed a crush on the mystery girl, who left only her MP3 behind. He searched the school for her to no avail. Mind you, they were unaware of their shared history when they got married. After their honeymoon, Hyun-Woo resumed work in the Queen's group as the legal director. After years of marriage, the still-in-love couple became pregnant. They were so happy and eager to meet their little human, that they decorated a room for it. However, Hae-In miscarried. This was the beginning of the downfall of their marriage. Hae-In blamed herself for the miscarriage, and thought that Hyun-Woo did too. No amount of reassurance from the also grieving Hyun-Woo could change her mind. One day, Hyun-Woo comes home to Hae-In emptying their baby's room, without communicating with him. Her cold shoulders and his inability to be what she needs, cause a rift in their marriage, as he moves out of their matrimonial room, to their now empty baby's room. Instead of uniting in their grief, they mourned separately. Communication dwindled, feelings got hidden, and the once loving couple became ice-cold to one another. the office became a war zone. Hae-In's family made matters worse by treating Hyun-Woo badly on her watch. Hae-In's indifference to her family's maltreatment of him made Hyun-Woo start to despise her. While Hyun-Woo was despising her, she was secretly pining for him. When her cold shoulders and her family's maltreatment become unbearable, Hyun-Woo travels home to tell his family about his wish to divorce Hae-In. Just when he's about to serve her the divorce papers, Hae-In drops a bombshell: she has 3 months to live. At first, Hyun-Woo sees this as an opportunity to get rid of Hae-In without going through a divorce. His friend advises him to treat her well, so she'll include him in her will. Hyun-Woo starts to treat Hae-In well, and looks out for her. While faking his care and love for her, he starts to unconsciously fall in love with her, all over again. However, when a new love interest appears to compete for her affection, Hyun-Woo's jealousy rears its head. When he finds out that there's a 51% chance of her surviving after surgery, he loses his cool. Hae-In, on the other hand, starts falling for her husband all over again, becoming more fascinated with him, while seeing him through new lenses. This makes Hae-In take her fate into her own hands, by traveling to Germany to seek treatment. This was when Hyun-Woo realized she had never stopped loving him. He joined her in Germany, and they shared an emotional reconciliatory kiss. However, the wolves in the Queen's hen house showed their true colors by making Hyun-Woo's hidden divorce papers public. Finding out that Hyun-Woo once intended to leave her breaks Hae-In's heart to pieces. Losing her will to live, she refuses treatment, making Hyun-Woo incite her anger to get her spark back. Back home, Hae-In tries to make life miserable for Hyun-Woo. After going through a medical episode, where she forgets Hyun-Woo's betrayal, she decides to divorce him. However, she accidentally finds out about Hyun-Woo's true feelings for her after the divorce, making her break down in tears. With so many things happening at once, Grandpa drugged into a coma, and the family losing their right to the company, Hae-In had no time to fix things with Hyun-Woo. However, Hyun-Woo remained devoted to her and her family, and took them under his wing. Back in Yeongdeuri, Hyun-Woo's hometown, the flames of their love start to rekindle. They overcame obstacles together and looked out for one another. After finding out that she has a real chance to survive, Hae-In accepts Hyun-Woo's proposal for a divorce withdrawal. Back to their newlywed phase, Hyun-Woo and Hae-In move in together. They later travel to Germany for Hae-In's surgery, where Hae-In learns of its after effect, memory loss. She'd lose all her memories before the surgery. Afraid of losing her memories of Hyun-Woo, Hae-In refuses to undergo treatment, but after witnessing how devastated Hyun-Woo would be if anything happened to her, she changes her mind. Meanwhile, the now loving and devoted Hyun-Woo recorded a heart-wrenching video for his wife, to remind her of his love before their travel to Germany. Trouble strikes again, as Eun-Sung, who's obsessed with Hae-In, frames Hyun-Woo for murder, to ensure he's not by Hae-In's side after her surgery. He takes the opportunity to imprint himself on Hae-In, by claiming to be her love interest. He alienated her from her family, and everything that would make her remember. Meanwhile, Hae-In's heart still finds itself drawn to Hyun-Woo, who's incarcerated while awaiting trial. She couldn't help but stalk him after his acquittance, but kept her distance, as Eun-Sung lied to her about Hyun-Woo's maltreatment and divorce in the past. To jog her memory, Hyun-Woo leaves some meaningful reminders to help her. After going through her journal before the surgery, Hae-In remembers fragments of her time with Hyun-Woo. Emotional, she runs to meet him, but Eun-Sung pulls a fast one on them, kidnaps her, and hits Hyun-Woo with his car. Despite his injuries, Hyun-Woo goes after them, to rescue his love, as Eun-Sung plans to elope with Hae-In at dawn. Things escalate, and Hyun-Woo ends up taking a bullet for Hae-In. Clinging to life, he tries to reassure Hae-In, who's devastated about the turn of events. After surgery, she sticks by his side to entice him to wake up. The couple could hardly get enough of one another after such an ordeal. For Hae-In, it feels like the first time all over again, as she lost her memories after her surgery. They went ahead to get back the family's company, from the evil Soo Hyun, who used her son to trick them out of the company. And everything went back to normal. Hyun-Woo proposed to Hae-In once again, and they went ahead to have a beautiful daughter, whom they brought up with their love for Germany. Germany became their happy place, and Hae-In died 50 years later, leaving Hyun-Woo behind. Hyun-Woo mourns her for 4 seasons, as she asked in her journal, before joining her in the afterlife. Not even death could part them, as Hae-In picks her love, Hyun-Woo, to join her in the afterlife. Which drama would you like us to cover next? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you liked this content, give it a like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell for all things wonderfully K-drama. Thanks for watching, bye.